Secretary.
Hello. Good morning everyone and Happy New Year. Ang ating pong regular na pulong ay sisimula ng panalangin ng ating kagalang-galang Jonas Angelo Abadilla.
Manalangin po tayo at manahimik po tayong sumandali at damhin po natin ang presensya ng ating Panginoon. Sa ngalan ng Ama at Anak at Espiritu Santo. Amen. Panginoon, nagpapasalamat po kami sa panibagong buhay sa araw pong ito. Panginoon, nagpapasalamat din po kami sa bagong taon na binigay niyo po sa amin. Panibagong yugto ng aming buhay para po makapagsilbi at makapaglingkod po sa aming mga kapwa Muntinlupeño. Gabayan niyo po ang bawat isa sa aming paglilingkod. Gabayan niyo po ang aming punong lungsod, ang aming kinatawan sa Kongreso, ang lahat po ng opisyal, ang lahat po ng kawani ng pamahalaang lungsod ng Muntinlupa. Ipaalala niyo po sa amin ang tunay na diwa ng bagong taon, panibagong buhay at panibagong yugto po para po makapaglingkod po sa ikararangal po ng inyong pangalan, Panginoon. Nawa po ay kasama po namin kayo sa darating pong taon na ito, sa paglilingkod po namin, at patuloy niyo po kaming basbasan ng karunungan at kapayapaan sa aming mga puso upang mabigay po namin ang pinakadakilang paglilingkod po sa ngalan po ninyo, Panginoon, sa inyong bayan. Ang lahat po ito at sa madalangin namin sa pangalan ni Jesus na aming Panginoon. Amen. Sa ngalan ng Ama at Anak at Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Manatili pong nakatayo para sa ating lupang hinirang at ang marcha ng Muntinlupa. Sabay-sabay po nating magitin ang councilor screen.
The Counselor's Creed. I am a Philippine counselor, mandated by law to enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of my constituents in their pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as the guiding principle of my official acts. And as I thread the pathways of local legislation, may the Almighty guide my mind and heart that I shall be true to my constituents and the Filipino people.
Para po sa ating attendance, kagalang-galang Attorney Alexson Diaz, kagalang-galang Attorney Rachel Catriel Arsiaga Ann Molina, kagalang-galang Pati Cati Bongkayaw, kagalang-galang Jedediah Presnedi, kagalang-galang Walter Arcilia, kagalang-galang Tiñefes, kagalang-galang Amanda Jane Camilon, kagalang-galang Attorney Reggie Ann Landrito, kagalang-galang Mamerto Sevilla Jr., kagalang-galang Kay Ann Pirong Gabilia, kagalang-galang Francis Ian Bagatsing, kagalang-galang Arlene Hilapo, kagalang-galang Marisha Limar Baez Reyes, kagalang-galang Rodolfo W. Moldes Jr., kagalang-galang Cornelio Martinez, kagalang-galang Allen Ampaya, kagalang-galang Jonas Angelo Abadilla. Mayroon pong sapat na bilang.
Dahil tayo ay may sapat na bilang, tayo ay magpapatuloy sa ating 26th regular session ngayong umaga.
Titibayin po natin ang katitikan ng nakaraang ika-4 na tanging pulong na may petsang December 19, 2025 at ang 25th regular session na may petsang December 22, 2025.
Kinikilala natin ang ating pansamantalang punong mayorya, the Honorable Councilor Mamerto Sevilla Jr. as acting majority floor leader.
2 minutes po. Special and...
Dalawa po ang ating katitikan.
Yes po, Mr. Presiding, kung wala namang maglilinaw na sa katitikan ng dalawang...
Sa isa-isahin natin, Mr. Majority Floor Leader.
yes po, yung sa ating special session, kung wala namang maglilinaw at mababago na, hiniling pong pagtibayin na ang nasabing...
Merong kahilingan na pagtibayin na ang katitikan ng 4th Special Session dated December 19, 2025. Any second to the said motion, seconded by the Honorable Councilor Jonas Abadilla and Councilor Walter Arcilia. Is there any objection? There being none, the minutes of the 4th Special Session dated December 19, 2025 is now hereby approved.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, and for our last session of 2025, I move to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
There is a motion to approve the minutes of the 25th regular session dated December 12, seconded by the Honorable Councilor Arlene Hilapo. Any second? Any other second? No objection? There being none, the minutes of the 25th regular session dated December 22, 2025 is now hereby approved.
Para po sa ating unang basa, ito po ang Sangguniang Proposed Ordinance 2026 Annual Budget of Barangay Ayala Alabang in the amount of 84,477,922 pesos and 40 centavos.
The acting majority floor leader is recognized for the referral of the said item to the appropriate committee.
Mr. Presiding, ang nasabi pong paksa ay ating sinusumite sa Committee ng Livelihood and Cooperative.
No, it's in the budget of Barangay
Appropriation.
Ayala Alabang.
Sorry.
Appropriation.
Number 1 kasi
number
ayan.
Sa Committee na Appropriations po.
The matter is referred to the Committee on Appropriations. Next.
Para po sa proposed resolution, ito po ay application for accreditation of the following Woodrose Employees Multipurpose Cooperative with office address at Acacia Avenue, Extension, Ayala Alabang Village, Muntinlupa City.
Acting Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, same is hereby referred to the Committee on Livelihood and Cooperatives chaired by our good Councilor Elliot Martinez.
So referred to the Committee on Livelihood and Cooperative, chaired by the Honorable Councilor Elliot Martinez.
For our
Next.
first executive endorsed proposed ordinance is a draft ordinance creating a PhilHealth Capitation Fund from the proceeds of the PhilHealth Primary Care Benefit Package to be provided by the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation and prescribing the disposition scheme thereof.
Mr. Chairman, same is being referred to the Committee on Health and Sanitation chaired by our good Councilor Amanda Camilon.
So referred to the Committee on Health and Sanitation, chaired by the Honorable Councilor Amanda Camilon. Madam Secretary.
Wala pong nakatala sa ating committee report. Ganyan din po sa unfinished business. Dadako po tayo sa ikalawang basa. Ito po ay sa ilalim ng Committee on Rules, Ethics and Privileges. Memorandum of Agreement between the City Government of Muntinlupa and Philippine Assist Life Manpower Corporation on the first party's referral of graduates for possible employment with the second party, including international job placement support.
The Honorable Majority Floor Leader is recognized. I would like to note that we have with us this morning the presence of the Honorable, our adopted citizen of Muntinlupa through his father, Kiyoshi Osawa, who has a monument there in the National Bilibid Prison. The son is here. Mr. Ichiro Osawa. Mr. Majority Leader, please make a motion to give him speaking rights to explain further on this proposed memorandum of agreement.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, ilang beses po natin itong natatakel, no? So, with that, naimbita na natin yung resource person natin doon sa magiging MOA. So, at this point, I would like to ask for a speaking right for Mr. Ichiro Osawa para doon sa mga gustong magtanong doon sa nasabing Memorandum of Agreement.
And also, Mr. Majority Leader, with him is Ms. Karen, who will also be given speaking rights, both of them.
Yes po.
So, but first, we recognize the gentleman, Mr. Ichiro Osawa of Philippine Assist Life Manpower Corporation. On this proposed MOA that we have. Can you give him a microphone, please?
So, Mr. Chairman, paliwanag muna.
Mr.
ni
Osawa, please use this podium.
Hello.
Yes, okay. Here. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Yes.
Thank you very much inviting for your New Year session today. And I'd like to suggest have a MOA with your MCTI for assisting your young people going to Japan. Hopefully that our agreement will be providing the assisting the scheme of financing assistance to your young people. Because young people, most of the applicants, about 80% of the dropout from the qualified applicants because of financial problem. And so in order to give them assistance as a scholarship, if you can, and most probably our MOA will be successful. So that scheme, how we can provide in the agreement, I hope you can teach us what to do, how to do it.
Mr. Chairman,
The Honorable Majority Leader?
primary question, Mr. Osawa, during our
Previous, yeah.
deliberation is what are the obligations of the city with this agreement?
Obligation is, my proposition is that providing the scholarship, but however, the applicants will be obliged to return within span of maybe 6 months to 1 year time, funded back, return to you, to whatever they owe you. So that your scheme, your fund scholarship will be always 100% in that, so that can other incoming applicants can be provided the necessary financial.
During their stay of 6 months there,
Yeah.
so you'll be providing the training
Yes.
for them. What are the costs that we will be incurred? Who will shoulder?
No, while they are staying in Japan, nothing you shoulder.
No,
Nothing,
nothing.
no obligation, no nothing.
How about the fare?
Yeah, we are obliged to take care of your applicant while they are staying in Japan.
But
And-
we are the one who will shoulder their fare going to Japan.
No, that all expenses shall be shouldered by Japan.
Oh, that's clear.
That's
On,
nice, huh?
on
Can
this
you
scholarship.
repeat that, Mr. Ichiro? All expenses
Yes.
shall be shouldered by Japan
Japan.
through the Philippine Assist Life Manpower Corporation.
Correct. That's right. That's right.
Very clear.
Okay. Meron lang return of service ang binabanggit, no?
Now, please explain to us the return of service obligation.
Obligation service. Our obligation is to do the examine and assessing the applicants' capability, ability of a person, including the personality, character, honesty of the people. And once they qualified it, then before that, we will examine all the applicants' documents, whether they are possessing the legitimate documents. And then if the documents are qualified, then we will put them in a Japanese language school. Now, Japanese language school tuition fees are all shouldered by us. And probably facility will be provided by MCPI. I don't know, maybe free of charge, I hope so. And so practically no expenses for the student. But the student, if you remember, they have no income. So they have a hard time of taking meals, transportation, and also the payment for the 3 times of medical examination required by Japan government before they leave for Japan. That is the expenses, something like 12,000 total per person. And so that's the only thing, that major cause of the students drop out from the qualification.
So upon going to Japan and they were given jobs there, that's the time when they go back, they're going to repay
Yeah,
the amount
this,
that they were
we
incurred
will,
during their training here.
Yes.
Okay.
How we will collect, we will discuss that with our employer, and the employer automatically deduct from
Okay.
the payment, monthly
Thank you.
payment, and we will return it to you. That's it.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ichiro. Ma'am Karen Kayabyab will have to add something more to this proposed MOA. Yes, Ma'am Karen.
Good morning, Honorable Councilor. Ako po pala si Miss Karen. To add up lang po dun sa sinabi ni Mr. Ichiro Osawa,
Yes, yes.
we are a recruitment agency
Yes.
who propose a MOA to your constituent to have the scholarship program for those needs na magtrabaho po at yung magtrabaho abroad and specifically to Japan. to help them also to get their dreams, magpagawa ng bahay. And then at the same time, yung mga gusto nilang suportahan here in the Philippines, mga kapatid, magulang, yun po yung gusto naming, desire namin for those, for the Muntinlupa constituent. Yun nga lang po, nagkakaroon lang din po kami ng in terms of financial. We come up with the agreement kung to support them the personal financial, which is yung mga medical, and then yung mga transportation allowance. That's why we come up with the MOA to tie up with the MCTI, and then we will have the agency and also the employer in Japan will shoulder all the expenses.
All?
Yes, specifically in airfare,
Yes.
visa.
Visa?
Yes po. And then other required by the DMW is we will provide. But the personal needs for the medical, the passport, the other documents needed, the applicant will
Okay.
be. Yeah.
Klaro na po yan, no? O sige, the Majority Leader.
May nabanggit si Mr. Osawa kanina na magte-training ng Japanese language.
Nihongo.
Dadalhin sa MCTI, si trainer, no?
Yes.
Oo.
And then, yung mga estudyante, tuturuan.
Yes po.
Yung mga costings dito, sagot namin, di ba? Ang nabanggit niya.
Bali, the Nihongo training will be free. Nihongo training will be free. Then,
Walang bayad. Walang bayad yun.
Po. Yes po.
Yung trainer, you will provide.
Yes po, we will provide for the trainer as well po.
Okay, klaro na po. So, siguro may tanong lang po, ano? The chair wants to clarification. Ano po ba ang mga qualifications na kailangan ninyo? What are the qualifications that you need from us, bona fide residents or Muntinlupeños?
For the Muntinlupa citizen po, no, ang need po kasi talaga ng Japan side as of qualification is 20 to 29 years old po.
20 to 29 years old.
That's
okay?
for male. And
Male.
For female, we have 20 to 26 years old as of today. That's the job order po. And also, ang mga kinukuha po namin is more on skilled, which is construction, sewer. Then we have also the welding.
So mga construction,
Mga construction,
sa industrial work.
yes po, industrial work, and also we have also more on factory, specifically for die casting, machining, and iron works we have also. That's the job order available na
Okay.
job.
Clear.
Yes.
Can you give us an idea magkano po ang magiging sweldo o matatanggap ng isang worker sa Japan?
Okay, the minimum allowance po na allowed by the government of Japan is 85,000 yen.
Which is?
Which is nasa around 50,000 pesos above.
Okay,
It
nako.
depends on the ano po, conversion po, Philippine to peso.
So about 50,000 pesos.
Yes, sir, around like that.
And how many do you need so far?
As of today, we are in need for around 50 person above po.
50.
Yes po.
But
Male and female.
Yung training na gagawin ng MCTI, tuloy-tuloy po yan, hindi lang 50.
Yes po, tuloy-tuloy
Because
po.
tuloy-tuloy ang
Yes po.
hiring ninyo.
Ang cover po namin for one class is around 30 person. So if we can come up with the 2 classes, we still have 60 po.
And how long will be the training before they are assigned to Japan?
The estimated the language for the lesson 1 to 10 po is around 2 months po.
2 months.
But during that time, we will line up them for the selection already for the employer.
Okay. Yes, the Honorable Councilor Jonas Abadilla is recognized.
Good morning, Mr. Presiding Officer, and to all the members of the City Council. One of the obligation of the TVI, which is the MCTI.
Nandito
Mr.
si
Presiding
Ma'am Lico
Officer.
din, na. Dumating na siya.
One of the obligation is the assurance of the qualification of recommendation of the graduates. No? I think for our resource person, this is a question for the resource person, Mr. Presiding Officer. Is the JLPT examination passing, is it a requirement for a graduate to pass the Japanese language proficiency test in order for him or her to go to Japan and proceed with the program, Mr. President?
We will answer. Ma'am Licudini, Michelle, you are now given speaking rights, yes? Please answer the question of the Honorable Councilor.
Yes, as per the discussion with our partner enterprise and discussion with previous supposed partners that did not prosper, passing the GPLT both written and verbal exam, the applicant have to get a good grades from that, and then that's the only time that they'll be able to be eligible. That's why part of the contract is for them to provide the trainer and we provide the facility po.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I just want to raise this to the to all the members of the City Council because one of the obligations of the TVI, which is our Muntinlupa
MCTI.
City Technical Institute, is Section 2, obligation of the TVI, Part 3, assurance of qualification. MCTI shall make every effort to recommend graduates who meet the qualifications and skill requirements. So, as per the answer of our resource person, JLPT passing is one of the requirements to become one of the graduates who will be recommended to the program, Mr. Presiding Officer. But there are lots of levels of JLPT, Mr. Presiding Officer. And one of them is the most basic is the JLPT N5 level, Mr. Presiding Officer.
M5.
Yes, and this is taken twice a year, Mr. Presiding Officer. So I'm just curious for the information of the whole City Council, how the timeline will be for our graduates to be recommended and for us to proceed with the medical exams, for the requirements, for the passport, for the visa. Because that's going to be the prerequisite.
Yes.
No? Hindi po makakapag-proceed sa Japan or makakapag-proceed sa program without achieving that requirement. If that particular candidate or graduate is not yet proficient in Japanese language.
Ma'am Licudini, that has something to do. Okay.
Can I add po?
Karen?
Okay. Actually, we have two programs to deploy a worker in Japan.
Okay.
First is the TATP, which is the Technical Intern Training Program. The Technical Intern Training Program doesn't require the JLPT.
Intern.
Yes po, intern. Yes po, that's required only the 360 hours
Okay.
from lesson 1 to 25. That's the other program. The
Okay.
second program is the SSW, which is the Specified Skilled Worker Visa, which is required a JLPT N4 passer.
Okay.
Yes
so,
po, N4.
dalawa. Okay.
Actually, we are right now. We're not yet. Little by little, we have the job order for the SSW. But as of the moment, the TATP program is ongoing until before the end of this year, and then change to ESD.
So, Mr. President,
Okay.
Officer, just to clarify to our resource persons, no, does this program fall under the first program, the former
Yes,
program, not,
yeah.
not the latter program?
Yeah.
Okay, because JLPT N4 is really hard for
So,
beginners. Mr.
it's on the
Presiding Officer.
internship
But to
stage.
yes, po. But to add up, there is a program in Japan right now, but not yet discussed or not yet implemented. That the TATP will be changed to ESD, which is the Employment Service Development, which is required for the N5. But that's for 2027.
Okay.
So,
Just
moving
last-
forward pa yon, no?
Yes. Just a last question, Mr. Presiding Officer, regarding the requirement, no? Who will be the body who will certify that the graduate is proficient enough for him or her to proceed with the program?
The teacher that we will deploy on the MC.
The trainer, the
The
trainer.
trainer, yes.
The trainer that will go to the
Will be
MCTI
assigned
po.
by
Yes
the Philippine Assist Life Manpower Corporation.
No further questions.
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
President.
I think it's very clear now, no? And baka dagsain kayo, ha? Maraming yan. 20 to 29, 20 to 26. Maraming mag-a-apply niyan. Yes, the Honorable Councilor Attorney Reggie Landrito is recognized.
Good morning po, Mr. Presiding Officer. Parang ang general rule po is that the government, the state po cannot, general rule, cannot enter into a parang placement contract with a private entity. So, hinahanap ko po dito sa MOA yung provision na exempting the local government unit from liability in case in the future meron pong hindi naman po natin mapo-foresee yung mga illegal recruitment instances. So, ito kasi prone kasi na magkaroon ng illegal recruitment or liability yung city government kung mayroong magko-complain na mga dineploy. Kasi the general rule is the government ay regulation lang and protection of the employees. The government do not engage doon sa actual deployment ng mga employees. So the concern is paano i-delineate sa MOA na the city government is not part of your contract with the future employees. And can we include sa MOA yung nabanggit po kanina na aware po ba yung mga ide-deploy, yung mga future na ide-deploy, that the expenses ay ide-deduct sa kanila? Kasi baka mabanggit na may understanding sila na kinover ng placement agency or may assistance si city government. So can we put that here? Lalo na yung
Please
illegal-
clarify on that point.
Sa illegal recruitment.
As to the placement, under Section 2, obligation of the TBI, number 1, assist in job matching of MCTI graduates. So MCTI shall support the partner enterprise by facilitating the referral of qualified graduates and disseminating information on available job opportunities through its job matching and placement services without participating in recruitment or selection process belonging to the partner enterprise. So this provision is specifically added to ensure that we are not engaged in the placement of the referred graduates of MCTI, but we only refer them to the partner enterprise so that they'll be given opportunity to be included in the internship program po.
Mr. Presiding Officer.
Yes, the Honorable
Can we,
Councilor.
rephrase that provision that the city government will, through the MCTI, will not refer, but maybe give a passing mark or, for example, Mr. Presiding Officer, this person is qualified, but can we delete that part or can we rephrase that part? Kasi pag sinabi nating refer, part tayo na. Pag sinabi nating refer, parang kasama tayo dun sa placement, yung process of placement. So how do we change that? Kasi di ba pag kunwari if you pass yung language, bibigyan ka ng language course, you're given a remark na okay, proficient siya. Yun lang. That's it. Proficient siya. But we do not certify na okay, you're entitled now or you're qualified na to proceed with this partner company kasi nire-refer natin siya eh. Parang tayo yung may participation, involved tayo sa placement. Napasado ka sa Japanese, proficient Japanese language. But a lot of the provisions here should be parang deleted. Dapat the contract is we provide the Japanese language education, but as to the referral, it is the humble submission of this representation that we should omit that part. So we will not be... Kasi the words can mean, pwede natin ilagay yung mga salita na wala tayong liability. But if you read the contract, pag kinonstru natin yung contract, meron tayong liability. Ayun po, Mr. Presiding
Yeah, I see your point, the Honorable Councilor Landrito. Why don't we provide, I don't know if it's in the MOA, but an additional provision in the contract, in the MOA, on specifically on waiver. Pwede ba yun? Kasi dekahon naman yan, in every contract, there is such a thing as a provision on waiver. That, in a sense, is like this. The city government of Muntinlupa is not liable for anything that will happen to the worker. No, kung mayroong mangyari, kung may injury, kung namatay, kung mayroong mga other liabilities, hindi liable ang city government. It's a general provision that can be included in the contract.
Yes, Mr. Presiding Officer, a general provision exempting, no, not a general provision, a specific provision exempting the city government for specific prohibited acts. It should be specified in
Pwede yun. That can be done, no? Because we are just trying to be very careful that the city government will not be liable for any complaints that the worker will have. It should be addressed to you. You will take care of it. Okay. Two minutes recess. 2 minutes recess. Okay, the Honorable Landrito, can you formalize your proposal? Okay. Subject to form and style na lang. Okay, the Honorable Acting Majority Leader is recognized.
Yes, medyo, iniling ko pong magpatuloy na ang ating
Session resume. Yes.
at this point, kung malinaw naman po na sa lahat na, and then meron lang konting concern doon sa sinabi. So,
Amendments.
I move the to finish the period of discussion, Mr. Chair.
Motion to end the period of discussion, seconded by the Honorable Councilor Bagat Singh. No objection. We are now in the period of amendment.
Kung wala namang mag-amend, Madyo, hinihiling ko na tapusin na ang period of amendment.
Motion to end the period of amendment. If there being no objection,
And
amendment
then,
is hereby
hinihiling
ended.
ko na pagtibayin ang nasabing resolution na lumagda ang ating mahal na mayor sa isang MOA subject to form and style.
Okay, all those in favor of the resolution on the approving and authorizing the Honorable Mayor Rosano Rufino Biazon to enter into a memorandum of agreement between the City Government of Muntinlupa and Philippine Assist Life Manpower Corporation on the parties' referral of graduates for possible employment with the second party, including international job placement support, subject to form and style. Lahat po ng sumasang-ayon, pakitaas ang inyong kanang kamay.
Sa ngayon po sa ating bulwagan, sina Konsehal Arsiaga, Presnedi Niefes.
Mr.
Milon.
Ichiro Osawa, please, later on, you will thank them after the voting. Okay.
So Camilon, Bongkayaw, Arcilia, Hilapo, Abadilla, Bagatsing, Rongavilla, Baez, Ampaya, Sevilla, Moldes, Martinez, Attorney Landrito. Lahat po ng narito ay sa ngayon.
Sapagkat lahat na nandito ay sang-ayon, ang nasabing resolusyon ay atin ang pinagtitibay. Congratulations, Mr. Ichiro Osawa, Ma'am Karen. Mr. Osawa, you say you want to say something? Short.
Well, I just like to say thank you very much for your
Yes,
time.
welcome.
And also, I'd like to remind you once again that Tess Valencia-san is my sister, assisting us as a consultant about this project.
Okay.
And terms and conditions of that contract will be reviewed according to your
Yes.
your request.
Yes.
And I think we can finalize by
Okay.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
I hope so. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you po. Thank you.
Madam Secretary, what's the next item in the agenda?
Wala pong nakatala sa ating third reading. Dadako po tayo sa ibang bagay na pag-uusapan.
Ibang bagay na pag-uusapan na Mr. Majority Leader, we have with us, we are honored by the presence of Miss Supra Global Philippines 2025 in the person of Miss Chelsea Joy Arsiaga. Ma'am, can you please come forward and make your beauty walk here?
Request po ng counselors po.
Yes.
Tumambling po ako. Sorry. Hello, counselors. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Good morning po. Happy New Year po sa lahat. Happy New Year, Press. I'm Chelsea Joy Arsiaga, formerly your Miss Grand Bang 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 Alabang Muntinlupa, and now Chelsea Joy Arsiaga, the Philippines! Ako'y po nanghihingi formally ng inyong suporta. Mas lalo na po is financially kasi sobrang laking gastos talaga. 6 digits na siya. So sana po masupport. 6 digits. Hindi ko na sasabihin kung magkano. 6 digits. Nagpe-prepare na po, attorney. So sana po matulungan niyo po ako. And mas lalo po sa pag-share, like and share sa FB na isang Muntinlupeña muli ang lilipad papuntang New Delhi, India. And ang coronation night po ng Miss Supra Global International is on January 29, 2026. Yes, ngayon na po, ngayong buwan na po. At lipad ko po is January 23. So medyo kinakabahan na. Pero still, not just only the Philippine flag erase ko, pati syempre ang Muntinlupa flag.
proudly isisigaw ko po talaga. Once again, proudly kung isisigaw ang aking pangalan, ang Muntinlupa, pati ang Pilipinas on the international stage na ngayon. So once again, this is Chelsea Joy Arsiaga, the Philippines! Thank you so much po.
Sabi mo, Muntinlupa.
May tono mo.
Yung somersault.
Gusto niyo po ba? Gusto
Okay.
niyo po ba?
The majority leader.
Comfortable ang dress ko today.
Other matters? Wala na.
Ano po? Kung wala namang other matters na, hinihiling na po ang pagtindig ng ating pagpupulong.
Motion to adjourn. Our session is adjourned. We'll have group picture, please. Group picture with Mr. Osawa, Miss Karen, and Miss Supra Global. Please come forward.